guys, welcome back to Nadir Audio. Today we're going to be taking a visit to the Austin Central Library to borrow some audio CDs. So the library, like YouTube and Bandcamp and a few places on the internet, is another source I use for discovering and checking out new music. So let's head on down. So we're lucky to live in Austin, not too far from downtown, so we have really easy access to the Central Library. And as you can tell from these videos, it's a really great place. There's a lot of light and space. They have a pretty expansive media collection in addition to books and other cool stuff. There's a 3D printer that you can rent, which is actually very, very cool. And if you're a fan of Daniel Johnston, you should definitely check out the new mural that they recently unveiled. So I'll include a link in the description with more info on that. And another really nice touch is the rooftop garden. You can eat your lunch up here or just sit and read, and you get a great view of the Colorado River and the downtown area here. And it's, it gets a little bit crowded on the weekends, but you can generally find a space up here, and it's very, very peaceful and very nice. So it's not something that most libraries would have, and I think it's a pretty nice addition. So inside there are a few stacks of CDs, all organized by genre. I'm walking through some of the stacks here, and over here we can take a look at, this is actually part of their reggae collection, which is fairly extensive. But you can check out their inventory online to see what's in, because sometimes you do need to look around to find something. And there's also lots of tables and chairs inside, a lot of them arranged around the exterior wall here. So even inside you can get a pretty amazing view of the downtown Austin area. Alright guys, so let's check out what I picked up today. So the first one is actually another Philip Glass. This is the Complete Piano Etudes, and these are performed by Maki Namakawa on piano. And this is actually a double CD, so the first CD is actually in the CD player at the moment. And then we have the other one right here. And so these pieces are actually not named, they're just numbered, and so there's 2 discs and there's 10 tracks on each disc, and they're all fairly short. And I actually do have some of these on vinyl performed by other musicians, but I didn't have a complete set, and so I thought it would be interesting to check it out and check out this particular performance. So yeah, I'll let you guys know what I think of that one. The next one I picked up, this may be a little hard to see in the video, but this is a copy of Mahler's Fifth Symphony performed by the London Philharmonic Orchestra and conducted by Zweden. And I'm actually not too familiar with Mahler. I know a little of his stuff casually, but I'm not familiar with the Fifth Symphony, so I figured this would be a good way to check it out and hear a good recording here in my listening room. So yeah, I'll let you know how that one comes out as well. And then the last one we have today, this is actually the soundtrack to the recent remake of the movie Suspiria. And this soundtrack was composed by Tom York, of course, of Radiohead. Now, I like that movie quite a bit. If you haven't seen it, you might want to check it out. I think that we watched it on Amazon, because I'm pretty sure you can still, if you have a Prime account, you can still watch it without having to pay a rental fee. And it was really well done, and I did really like the atmosphere of that movie. Now, I don't remember the music per se. This isn't something that I actually was looking for. I just kind of happened to notice it when I was going through the stacks in the soundtrack section. But I figured it would be very interesting, and so this one I will be checking out soon, and I'll let you know how that turns out. Now, if you've never seen the original Suspiria, I actually have a copy of it, of Dario Argento's original one from the, I think it's early 70s, late 60s, early 70s. And this is sort of a classic horror movie. And actually, the soundtrack for this one was done by a band called Goblin. And that actually is a very interesting recording as well, which I may share with you guys at some point. But anyway, I recommend this movie and the soundtrack as well. But I don't think that you need to see it to check out the new one. The new one was actually really well done. Enjoyed it a lot, so you may want to check it out. So yeah, so when I rent CDs or even DVDs, other media from the library, if it ends up being something that I really like, or if it's something that I think I'm going to want to check out again down the road, then I'll always end up buying a copy. You know, for CDs and DVDs in particular, you know, most of them are still available, so you can just, you know, order them online, new copies. For some of them, you know, they may be out of print, but you can almost always pick up a used copy on Discogs or one of the other marketplaces. But anyway, I did want to mention that, you know, this usually ends up being a way that I, you know, will find new things to purchase. Not only because it's, you know, it's the right thing to do to support the artists, but also because I really like having a physical copy of things that I listen to on a regular basis. You know, I think I'm just older and I'm just kind of maybe used to that. I never got so much into the subscription services. I'm not using any Tidal or any other music subscription services at the moment. I do find a lot of new music online, obviously, on YouTube and other sources. But even, you know, and on occasion I will purchase, you know, FLAC files or files if that's the only thing that's available for a particular recording that I'm interested in. But even with that, I'm, you know, for all the serious listening I do here in the listening room, I'm definitely listening to vinyl albums and CDs. So I definitely want to have a copy of it if it's something that's going to be in the regular rotation here. So yeah, that's about it. But you know, if you guys have a local library, you know, obviously the one here in Austin is super nice. But you know, I've lived in lots of other cities, small cities, big cities. You can almost always find pretty good collections of medias at all of these libraries and check them out. So I think it's a really good resource, one that doesn't get mentioned a lot, and I think it's something that some people kind of overlook or forget that they have access to. But it's yeah, it's something that I'm really into, so I thought I'd share it with you guys today. All right, so yeah, that's it this time. So I will see you guys all in the next video.